in these traditions because they connect us to our ancestors and guide our youth who are tasked with preserving them for the future. I speak of the traditional foods and culinary methods, the way we prepared our dishes that have been cherished for generations, the practice of traditional farming techniques, growing the same crops our great-grandparents cultivated, the flavors of our local dishes, the bakes, the smoked fish, tonton, crab callaloo, and coubillon, which still fill the kitchens throughout the Southeast and Dominica by extension. Our language, too, carries the essence of our culture. The Creole we speak is a vibrant expression of our humor, our wisdom, and our identity. It remains alive in our homes, our villages, and in our celebrations. Other aspects of our heritage which are known to thrive here in La Plaine and neighboring communities are our herbal remedies. The blending of the African, indigenous, and European spiritual traditions, as well as the stories and myths passed down through generations. Music and dance continue to be at the heart of our cultural expression, whether it's the infectious rhythm of the jingping or the melodious songs of the accordion. We as a people continue to honor the songs of our ancestors. From the quadrille to the ballet, these traditional dances are an expression of our love for the rich culture that defines us as Dominicans. All these aspects of our Dominican culture are the very reason we celebrate our cultural elder today. Mrs. Prosper has been a prominent and consistent figure who has tirelessly preserved the cultural aspect of this village, teaching values, safeguarding our history, and keeping the wisdom of the past alive for generations to come. Deeply rooted in her cultural identity, Mrs. Prosper has devoted her life to La Plaine, embodying the very essence of Dominican spirit and culture. As a lifelong farmer, she exemplified hard work and perseverance. Her active involvement in sports such as rounders and cricket, as well as her leadership in community activities like the Community Day of Service and participation in various social groups, made her a source of inspiration for others. Her unwavering commitment to community development is truly exemplary, and through her actions, elders like Mrs. Prosper continue to instill in us a sense of duty and care for the welfare of our community. Her efforts in organizing cultural events and ensuring the continuity of our artistic traditions have helped keep our heritage vibrant and alive. For this and so much more, we honor her today. Mrs. Prosper, we salute you. I want you to bask in this moment, knowing that you have made us all proud. We feel privileged that we are able to celebrate with you today. And so on behalf of all the people of La Plaine and Dominica on a whole, we congratulate you and thank you for all that you have done to uplift the traditions and cultural heritage in the community of La Plaine. As I close, I wish to applaud the work of the chairperson and members of the Heritage Day Committee of La Plaine. You all worked hard. Thank you so much. Your creativity, passion, and love for your community have been evident for all to see, and I am truly proud of your efforts. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to my officers at the Ministry of Culture and Community Development towards organizing this grand event and for the outstanding work that they have done so far for this Independence season. To the people of La Plaine and surrounding areas, especially our young people, as we celebrate under the theme, Our Country, Our Gift, Peinu Kadonu, let us remind ourselves that our rich heritage and vibrant culture is our gift to treasure. I encourage you to embrace cultural traditions. The preservation of our cultural heritage rests in your hands. Get involved. Join a cultural group or a community organization. Take ownership of safeguarding what is uniquely yours, what is uniquely ours, and what is truly Dominican. Happy Heritage Day to you all. May God bless us all, and may God continue to bless our precious gift, Dominica. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Roberts. At this time, it's a privilege to welcome, to deliver address, our Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit. Let's give him a round of applause and welcome him.
Thank you very much. Let me first of all recognize our President, Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton and Mr. Burton, my wife Melissa, who, by way of information, her grandfather came from Lapland, actually. My dear Minister for Culture, Honorable Greta Roberts, our PAL Rep, Honorable Dr. Cassandra Williams, my other cabinet colleagues present. Let me recognize the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Culture, Mrs. Wyke, and of course, Mr. Ulson Matthew, our Chief Cultural Officer, Mr. Glenroy Toussaint, and of course, our dear cultural elder, Mrs. Prosper, Mr. Eddie Beaupierre, who is the chairperson of the organizing committee, our dear parish priest, Father Franco. Ladies and gentlemen, friends all, good afternoon. I am so happy to be here in La Plaine to celebrate our culture and our heritage here in La Plaine. And of course, I want to especially recognize the members of the Diplomatic Corps who are here for us here this evening. Thank you for being here. I want to congratulate our cultural elder, and I must say, Mrs. Prosper, Matopi must be very happy that you've been recognized here today. A proud, and just looking at the program and reading your history and remembering Matopi and such her contribution to the community of La Plaine that has been passed on to you, and you're here now being recognized by not only the people of La Plaine, but the entire country for your service to La Plaine and your service to Dominica. You have been an exemplary resident and citizen of this part of Dominica and Dominican whole. And I do hope that by recognizing you, that the current generation and the future generations of our community can emulate your service to your community and your service to our people. Because it is always easy to criticize. The most difficult thing in life is to contribute, to do the work. And you came back from Guadeloupe in 1966, I saw, and you never looked back. You came and you made an impressionable impact on the lives of all of us who have come into contact with you in this community. I congratulate you. I really could not think of anybody else who could have gotten this award this time around other than yourself. So congratulations to you. We celebrate with you, Mrs. Prosper. We call you Inda, but I have to recognize you as Mrs. Prosper for the purpose of the official program. I also want to congratulate the chairperson and the members of the committee, and of course our PAL Rep, for organizing this Heritage Day. I have had the opportunity to organize 2 Heritage Days in my constituency. I can tell you it's a lot of work. It requires a lot of planning and execution. And you have done a fantastic job in La Plaine, and all of your should be truly proud of what you have done so far. And the crowd is growing. Tonight, I don't think there's any space in La Plaine for the rest of us in Dominica who are on our way. Yeah. Though I would like to see more of us in church this morning, but, we can get the blessings here while we're here too. I also want to publicly recognize the leadership and the dedication of Mr. Ulson Matthew, the Chief Cultural Officer, and his staff. We have no doubt that you can feel that there is a renewed sense of energy in the cultural activities. And we're trying out, and they're trying out many different things that are having a positive impact and infusing excitement in the culture of Dominica. I want to congratulate Mr. Ulson Matthew and the Cultural Division for that. And of course, it is not my duty to do the vote of thanks, but I wanted to place on record our appreciation, my personal appreciation as Prime Minister. And of course, the Local Government Commission and the Department of Local Government Commission. Sometimes we see all of his stage and all of his chairs and all of his tables and all of his podium and so on. But these are men and women who work night and day, especially in the early hours of the morning, putting things together. And all we do is come and sit and enjoy what we have to offer. And so it's really amazing work. And I think it's important for us to recognize when people are doing well. It is only when we give positive reinforcement that we can see more positive things happening in our country and our community. But we're here to celebrate our culture in this part of Dominica. And I want to say to us that we should not only use our heritage or culture to entertain each other. We have to start looking at it from an economic standpoint as well. How do we use our heritage to promote heritage tourism in La Plaine and the Southeast and benefit from it? You have a very rich history of indigenous presence here in La Plaine, of European presence in La Plaine. And in this constituency, this part of Dominica, including Dalis and Boudica, you have a very strong tradition of the runaway slave culture and the presence in Victoria and other parts of Dalis. You were one of the major areas where the slaves went in, the runaway slaves went in, and prepared the defense and eventual emancipation of slaves across Dominica. And so how do we share this culture with not only our children, but the world, and how do we benefit from it? And I want us to promote heritage tourism much more than we're doing, not only during Independence time and say it's all part of our independence celebration, but it also must bring money to us. And I believe that we have an opportunity to make money from our heritage here in this part of Dominica. Then we have the issue of environmental tourism and sustainable tourism. I saw the exhibition today, and the wide range of products and produce that you have here that you can share with the rest of the world and promote and sell and bring the foreign exchange into Dominica. So I would like us to propel from here this evening from this Heritage Day activity and see how we can transform these things into money-making business. Because at the end of the day, we have to create sustainable employment. And we can create employment and create wealth right here in our country, in this part of Dominica, and of course, Dominica as a whole. And I want to say to us as a country that we have to safeguard our traditional culture. Yes, culture is an evolving phenomenon, but we must never forget our history. We must never forget the foundation of our definition, the traditional dances, our language. We must not let these things die. Because even if we have the new aspects of culture, they will not be as enriched as they are now without an infusion of the foundation of our history in Dominica. And it's important for us to be able to share that history with our children at school and the wider community and, of course, the rest of the world. And so we're very happy to be here. For me, this is Independence time is the most exciting time for me personally. I believe in culture. I believe in promoting the traditional culture. And, I said on the radio today, every time I hear, the Jingpim and so forth, it's almost testing me to come out of retirement and come into national competition dancing across Dominica. But I dance in many parts of Dominica in competitions, cultural competitions, whether it's quadrille or heel and toe. I participate Mazuk. I can dance there's some dances. And maybe I might work with the cultural division to to teach it across Dominica so that we can pass it on to succeeding generations. So sign me up. Sign me up on this. But it's important for us to know the culture, know the history of Dominica, know ourselves as a history. So I'm so happy to be here. This is a wonderful spirit, and this is what we must promote in our culture, a spirit of togetherness, a spirit of unity. We will never all agree on everything, but for Christ's sake, there must be some things we all agree upon. And I think we have to work on this because we spend too much of our God-given talent and energy to fight each other or to create division, when we could put this God-given energy to solve problems. I always say to people, God put us on earth not to lament on problems, but to solve problems. And what is going to be our contribution? Because in the book of Matthew, he's going to ask us, what have we done? Done. You know what did you say? You know how we spoke? What did you do? And the question is, how are we going to answer this question when the question is posed to us? What have we done? And part of the doing is unity and speaking a language of peace and togetherness, recognizing that this is our country. And we cannot only appear to come together when we're in difficult times. We must come together at all times because it is written that we must be our brother's keeper. And the Bible never said it in difficult times. We must be our brother's keeper at all material times on earth. So congratulations to not only the people of Plaine, but the entire southeast of Dominica. There is no country in the world, and we say so not of boast, but through humility. There is no country in the world that celebrates its independence in the manner in which Dominica does. There is none. And so it is a tradition that we must hold strong to. We must hold on to, because this is what defines us. And so my final point of reminding us, let us see how we can make money out of our culture. Let us see how we can make money out of our heritage. Let us see how we can make money and jobs through sustainable tourism and environmental tourism. All the best to you. God bless. I look forward to the performances. And if anybody from any of the groups did not make it this afternoon, I am here to join. So I'll wait and see if anybody show up. If anybody falls short, then I will certainly join in any of the cultural activities, whether it's ballet or... I mean, if you want me to sing a part of a song, I can sing a part of a song, you know. So, thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. And I think be on standby because we might just call you to do something. We are moving to the awards ceremony, and I would like to invite Mr. Earlson Matthew, the Chief Cultural Officer, to do the citations.
Pleasant good afternoon, everybody. At this juncture, we come to the most exciting part of the Heritage Day ceremony, and we're going to recognize a few people from the community, and following that, we recognize the cultural elder. We have the sashing of the cultural elder. So, we would like to call on Mr. Hartman Coffey, who's been recognized for his contribution to the community of Plaine in terms of entrepreneurship and small business. He will receive a plaque. And we call on the Honorable Prime Minister to present the award to the recipient, please. Let's give him a round of applause, please. Second of 3 awards goes to Mr. Biko Williams for his contribution to sports. The final special award goes to Chaucer Baron for his contribution to farming, and a representative will pick up the award on his behalf. Let's give a round of applause, please, and thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. And I now call forward the cultural elder, Mrs. Hilda Inda Prosper. I would also like to invite Her Excellency to the stage to present the award. Hilda Prosper, better known as Inda, was born on the 29th of October 1944 in Balisier, La Plaine, to Mr. Chasnet and Beldrina or Matopi Euseb. She was the 5th of 9 children and enjoyed a typical La Plaine childhood with days at the river and going to the farm with her parents. It was there that her love for agriculture and traditional farming began and blossomed into a lifelong career as a farmer. She attended the La Plaine Primary School, which we now know as the Jones Bopier Primary School. She spent a few of her teenage years in Guadeloupe and returned to La Plaine. On November 3rd, 1966, she married Mr. Bethelme Prosper, and together they had 5 children. Providing for her family was of utmost importance, a role which gave her much joy, both as a mother and as a wife. Caring for her family and farming defined her daily activities, and the cultural practice of kudme was often employed to accomplish her farming tasks. Mrs. Prosper is an industrious woman who believes that once you set your mind to something, it can be achieved, no matter the situation. A motto she instilled in her children and one that she carried with her through life, which is why it was never a burden when she walked from house to house in La Plaine from 6 a.m. to sell her produce to the villagers. On weekends, Inda would put down her boots and cutlass and don sportswear and a rounders bat as a rounders player, and would also serve as the cook for the Cavaliers cricket team. It should be mentioned that one of the best tasting callalus and tortor meals you can find in La Plaine came from the house of Mrs. Hilda Inda Prosper. Apart from sports, Mrs. Prosper had a love for Dominica's traditional culture, in particular ballet, which she learned from her mom, who she accompanied to dances. For several years, she was the leader and chatwell of the La Plaine Ballet Group, which participated in cultural competitions in the Southeast. She was also an able helper to her husband, who participated in court competitions. Being a member of the Social League, an active member of the La Plaine Catholic Church, and one of the community leaders on National Day of Community Service, both as a cook and assisting in the cleanup efforts, Mrs. Prosper has done it all with a heart full of love for her family and community. It can be said that she's a mother to all in the community, as she never shied away from participating, imparting knowledge, and being a constant presence in the community life in Plaine. The Ministry of Culture, Youth Sports and Community Development, the Cultural Division, and the Heritage Day Planning Committee joined the entire Plaine community in congratulating Mrs. Hilda Inda Prosper on being the recipient of the honorable title of Cultural Elder 2024. We all wish you God's richest blessings. So we have the sashing of the elder, and she will also be presented with a plaque, trophy, certificate, and an envelope. Ladies and gentlemen, Cultural Elder 2024, Mrs. Hilda Prosper.
Thank you, Mr. Matthew. Let's give Mrs. Prosper a round of applause. I'm not done on the program to give any speeches. I'm not going to give a speech, but I must extend my personal congratulations to Mrs. Hilda Prosper. Mrs. Hilda Prosper is my godmother, and congratulations, Nenin. I would like to invite Ms. Wabduet to do presentation of bouquets and fruit baskets. The first one to Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton. We'll take it to her. We're taking it to her, yes. We have a fruit basket to Mr. Burton. And we have a bouquet to Mrs. Skerritt. Thank you to our Miss Wab Dietz. So we now move on to the cultural presentations. And so my job is ended, and I hand over to Mrs. Milia Joseph Dennis. That's the Creole lady. I can't speak Creole. I'll hand over to Mrs. Joseph to do that.
Bienvenue tout le monde. Si Radio DBS nous live en La Plaine, ça c'est l'école primary La Plaine, qui a mené journée héritage en La Plaine. Et nous bien contents qui nous là live quand il est en place. Et moi savent ou peut-être regarder assis internet. Nous savons, messieurs, mesdames. OK, nous allons continuer.
Let me just take this opportunity, of course, to congratulate Mrs. Prosper for being sashed as the cultural elder. I'm just speaking here just to let the folks get ready because it's all about the presentation of the cultural gala here this afternoon as we observe Heritage Day here in this beautiful community of La Plaine. I remember I've had the opportunity to speak with Matopi on many occasions. And I think that was one of the most phenomenal women in Dominica. Right, Mr. Bopia? Yes, Matopi was just someone special. And we can see that, of course, in the likes of her very own daughter, Mrs. Prosper. We had some beautiful activities here today. The church service was beautiful. And we had the exhibition a little later. So we're just getting ready again for the cultural gala. We'll have the likes of the Jones Bopia Primary School, the Boetica Cultural Group, Monjohn Primary School, John Bruni, of course, with Mauve Organ, the Granford Primary School, the Pitt 7 Cultural Group, the La Plaine Adult Group, Castlebrose Primary School. We'll have appearances by the Miss Wob Duet Pageant and contestant of 2024, and the Granford Adult Group, and the Monjohn Cultural Group. And a little later, of course, I believe I heard the Honorable Prime Minister mention that we're here for some time. And La Plaine is a community, when you come, you don't want to leave. There is just something about La Plaine that just captivates you. Once you are here, may say upasa kite. Même si c'est about life here, you just cannot leave La Plaine. There is a menevini in La Plaine. Yes, so we won't be leaving La Plaine now, but we'll be there for a little while again. So we're just getting ready for our first cultural presentation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please. Yes. Talk 1, talk 2. Testing 1.
Radio DBS, nous
Yes.
La Plaine, que nous avons préparé pour nous pour la première présentation culturelle à Sisen là actuellement. Nous finissons la cérémonie pour officiellement commencer la journée héritage. Là, nous avons honoré Yonde Moun, Eva Yoteni Latouas. Mais nous avons ces petits enfants, ils sont bien habillés à dans hat culture. Yo kai fait là on trouvé à Sisen pour faire une présentation culturelle et si première présentation nous avons respect pour ça mais c'est nous avons dit un spécial bon après-midi pour tout gens La Plaine qui a écouté nous après-midi quand nous avons dit nous tan on l'adresse notre premier ministre nous tan qui ministère Kilti aussi t'est adressé nous en cérémonie honoré Tibremoun, Biko Williams pour sport, Hartman Coffee pour entrepreneurship et small business, et Chaucer Baron pour agriculture. Trois c'est moun cela, où si vous voyez l'honneur pendant la cérémonie taléa. Et vous tenez un grand monde, vous chassé Madame Hilda Prosper. Actuellement préparé pour une petite présentation Hilanto.
Primary School. Yes, I. Give it up one more time for the Jones Bopier Primary School. Let me tell you something. I know.
Messieurs, ces petits enfants de l'école Primary Jones Beaupierre, messieurs. Ah, ça c'était un bel spectacle, tout bonnement. Nous avons applaudi. J'ai un petit maman là qui futur Dominique. Yo là, tu as dansé. Et bien, tu as joué, dansé heel and toe. Hors de l'école Primary Jones Beaupierre en La Plaine. Et bien, ces gens là, yo vini pour yo regarder. Yo étaient bien contents pour voir ces jeunes gens là. Ces petits enfants, pas jeunes gens, nous avons petits enfants, petits bolom, petits madame. All right, hors de La Plaine. Yo te dansé heel and toe. Nous avons l'autre aspect guilty. Yo kai ba nous en l'autre présentation. Kousala si hot botika. Groupe guilty botika qui fait en performance. Vous savez tout gens sud-est pays a sorti. Yo tout sorti pour venir supporter avec supporter après ces actions guilty a prend place actuellement à ce junior héritage en La Plaine. Nous, en dedans, la cour, l'école Primary Jones Beaupierre, qui a mené une présentation actuellement. À nous aller à scène pour groupe Kilti Boetika, qui a chanté un petit morceau, chanson Kilti, chanson traditionnelle. Groupe Kilti Boetika, c'est un de ces groupes-là en Dominique. Ça fait certain, ils continuent à élever avec chaque Kilti en Dominique. Monsieur Macha, ça qu'a fait, bon après-midi.
Mon bien, bon après-midi, bon après-midi. Tout le monde qui a écouté nous, après-midi, regardez nous. Nous à La Plaine, aujourd'hui.
La Plaine, c'est une communauté bien
Oui,
Ah,
oui.
ben, vous savez, yo c'est en communauté qui est excité. Yo aime culture yo. Eh ben joli ya, yo ka moutre nous ça yo ni qui qualité talent yo ni. Eh ben nous ni groupe culture Boetica ka rentrer, ka danser. Oh, yo
Eh ben,
ka
yo plein couleur,
yo
hein?
plein couleur,
Aïe,
yo
aïe.
ka danser ça yo paye.
Oui.
Nous ni un homme, des hommes, c'est femme. Eh ben nous qui une belle voix yo. À un petit moment, qui fait micro, yo pues OK.
Mais vous savez, ça pas qu'à waiter reggae?
Oui.
Oui, madame. Boetica Cultural Group.
Oui.
With the folk song.
Eh bien, il y a ça qui yo ka respect pour musique là, jouer pour yo chanter.
Dominique, comme l'écoute terrifique, à l'école Papo, ça c'est Dominique, à l'école Papo, ça c'est Dominique, à l'école Perrault, ça c'est Dominique, à l'école, ça c'est Dominique, ça c'est Dominique, Nike, oh, c'est Pico Show. Life Atlantique, life Gala, nous passons jamais sorti. Tous allés à Dominique, Dominique ou Béni, ça c'est contre soleil, ça c'est Dominique, ça c'est contre la pluie, ça c'est Dominique, allez contre moi, ça c'est Dominique, allez contre moi, ça c'est Dominique. Dominique, ça c'est Dominique. Dominique, ça c'est Dominique, va bouger le cochon. Ça c'est Dominique, ça c'est Dominique. Pour tout ça, il est nous et puis la foi et puis courage, parce que c'est la niwage. C'est seulement ça nous camader. Dominique est monté, allez contre la prière, ça c'est Dominique. Allez contre la messe, ça c'est Dominique. Allez contre la foi, ça c'est Dominique. Allez contre sacrifice, ça c'est Dominique. Dominique, héritage, allez contre la foi, allez contre
Écoutez-nous,
Dominique,
libre héritage,
merci à Dominique,
libre indépendance,
merci à Dominique,
libre héritage,
merci à Dominique,
libre indépendance,
merci à Dominique.
libre héritage. Parlez contre la messe, parlez contre sacrifice, parlez contre la foi.
Yes, sir. Eh bien, si vous parlez
Ça c'est Dominique, c'est musique là le groupe Kilti Boetica. Eh bien, messieurs mesdames, nous avons écouté un grand Cultural Gala à la Plaine, pas bon compliment. Continental Store, Luxurious Loose, Garaway Enterprises. All right, messieurs, mesdames, c'est pour l'appétit, c'est mon business, ça là. Nous amenons ça à place. Une fois qu'on est à place, nous avons l'autre présentation. Tant ça là, c'est un mouth organ. Tout talent, ça là, mais c'est de la Plaine Sud-East pays.
Yes. Mr. Bruni, come a while, please. Mr. Bruni, Vini. You, excuse me, drummer. Do you need the drummer, Mr. Bruni? No, it's okay.
Ça c'est Monsieur John
You know, some of us,
Bruni,
we are
a
talented,
mouth organ.
but I cannot believe, Mr. Bruni, that you are using this mouthpiece with this mic in one hand. Oh, I have to see that again for myself. I want to be a little closer to you. Come on that side. Come on that side. Now let's do a little Jose one more time. I want to see. Because I'm going to pass a where who can jouer ça evel. Oh, wow. Let's go. Give me a little Jose again. Well, you know what? I will continue to use my mouth to only speak and eat. And you can continue doing the good work that you are doing, Mr. Bruni, playing this mauve organ.
Thank you very much.
How long have you been doing this?
It's a long time.
It has to be a long time. We Papa Bojo for you to be playing it like that. It can't be yesterday.
How come you don't compete this year?
I'm asked to ask you, how come you haven't competed this year?
I've not been around.
You've not been around.
But I've been performing in cultural shows in Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, New York, in Virginia. Yeah.
Is it something that you learn yourself or someone taught you to? Well, if you have to play that kind of mauve organ.
But there's an excellent Dominica group. It's called Know Your Culture. Know Your Culture.
Okay.
By Sabina.
Okay.
I mean, she's doing excellent work.
So Sabina taught you?
Yeah, she has those little children, the like American children.
Okay.
Actually, dancing to our culture.
Okay.
And doing the ballet and everything. Yeah. So I was part of that group.
And you decided it's that you want to do?
Yeah.
You have a good mouth boy. Okay,
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bruni. He's how many of you can do that? It have to be you, Emo. You are alone. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue for our program here this afternoon. As we continue the display of a beautiful culture here in Dominica, we're going to head back with some beautiful people, young ones at that. Let's make them feel welcome. Again, doing Heel and Toe, the Grand Four Primary School. Yes, I. Give it up for the Grand Four Primary School in Heel and Toe. This is how you become a cultural elder. Once you can start this young and playing your parts in the preservation of our beautiful culture. Monsieur, I think the youngest one was 5. I think she's 5. Well, they are 5, but this is what heel and toe is, eh? Well, you saw that, right? That was indeed a heel and toe presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get set for another beautiful piece coming from the community of Pirit Savan. And it's a pleasure to know that I can now leave Grand Bay and pass through Delis as I did today. Yes, what, Chewy? Yes, I did. Yes, coming out from Grand Bay, passing through Delis to come to La Plaine. Yes, it brought joy to my heart, seeing that we are now again connected to the East. I'm sorry? You'll come more often? I know. So if you did not know, now you know. You can commute via Delis. But make sure you have 4-wheel, eh? Make sure you have 4-wheel, because if you have 2-wheel and then flat cars, it wouldn't work. But it's, of course, a beautiful thing to know that we are now connected again with the East. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get set again for another beautiful presentation of quadrille, as we're going to welcome on stage from Pirit Savan, the Pirit Savan Cultural Group in quadrille.
Ça, c'est son radio DBS ou katan son quadrille Hoti Savane quand yon ka fait présentation quadrille yo à la plaine, messieurs, mesdames, avec toujours belle dans ces quadrilles là. Mais il est long aussi. Tu m'as ça c'est 25 minutes.
Oui. 4 pas, bon. 4 pas, bon. 25 minutes, 60 minutes comme ça. On est pour dire Ladi Wai.
Eh ben, Ladi Wai, eh ben, pour changer toutes ces danses là même
Oui.
si on habite.
Ça encore c'est
par là.
Mhm.
The steps.
Oui.
Moi, on a changé tout ça, mais c'est.
Mais c'est mon nom qui
Dédé
danse.
is on the stage, Rasha.
Mais ça qui passe ça y est. Mais
Dédé is on the stage. Eh ben, Dédé, là, qu'a fait, ça, il a fait bien.
Oh yeah.
Mais c'est. Eh ben,
Roulé.
chaque li.
Oui.
Eh ben, regardez, gros, c'est chilote Dédé, messieurs. Si vous êtes chilote Dédé.
Oh, chilote pour Guanom.
Ayon chilote pour Guanom. Eh ben, en Guanom, Kilti. Dédé, vini parler à nous, Dédé. Ça qu'a fait Dédé, comment oui est?
Moi bien.
Ouais, ou la qu'a fait ça, ou qu'a fait bien. Ou la qu'a, ou ça, chaque là. Pour groupe Kilti, Tissavan.
Ben, moi, Just join you et mon bon anniversaire.
Just join you.
Oui.
Oui, non, mais on va jouer chaque là, ou toujours là et puis yo.
Nous savons comment il est déjà.
Mais à 7 heures, ou qu'a pop on le plaisir, qu'a fait ça, ou qu'a fait à Kilti.
Oui, tout le monde qui est moi, tout le monde est moi. Moi, c'est manager here, so.
Avec énergie ou passion, ou brigand, ou mais Kilti.
Oui.
Mais continuez, lever Kilti à Dédé, avec bon travail.
Merci.
Ok. Ça t'est Dédé, avec. Ici, un nom.
À qui non Dédé qui
Marc Sab, non?
Ah bon Dieu.
Mais, et puis tout ça fait, et puis tout petit nom,
c'est pour nous
qui a
faire.
resté, et puis nous partager mes connaître. Ok, nous nous compte assisté naturellement.
Bel Air qui
Oh, Bel Air.
Bel Air de l'école primaire Castle Bruce.
Ok. Eh bien, vous connaissez Bel Air chaud. À nous à y joindre actuellement.
coming. Your big foot you pushing. And yeah, you bust up the lace of my brand new tennis shoe tongue. Why, remember I won you. Why, see what you do. It's the brand new shoe, mommy, say it to the news. You just coming. Your big foot you pushing. And yeah, you bust up the lace of my brand new tennis shoe tongue. Why, remember I won you. Why, see what you do. It's a brand new shoe, mommy, say it shouldn't use. Just come in, your big foot you pushing. And here you bust up the lace of my brand new tennis shoe on. Why, remember I won you. Why, see what you do. It's a brand new shoe, mommy, say it shouldn't use. Just come in, your big foot you pushing. And here you bust up the lace of my brand new tennis shoe on.
Yes, give it up for the Castlebros Primary School in Bel Air.
L'école primary Castlebros qui a dansé
our
Bel Air.
grandmothers.
C'est journée héritage en la plaine. Mais c'est nous qui continuer couvert ces activités-là pour l'année ça là en journée héritage en la plaine. La plaine encore, il y a une belle histoire. Nous qui parlons de l'histoire ça là à un petit moment. Mais c'est un peuple qui aime cultiver aussi du marché. All right. Nous kaitan sorti petits enfants. Et bien ça moi aimé quand ces présentations là c'est plutôt ces petits enfants qui ont participé. Et bien yo actuellement kai danser sautis. Yo bien habillé, regardez bien belle. Et bien ça veut dire ay futur pays nous messieurs. Nous ka tenir occupé en la culture. Et bien ça vraiment extraordinaire tout bonnement. Que nous avons préparé pour yo actuellement à nous dire qui pas bon compliment.
Luxurious Lose, Continental Store et puis
Avec Garaway Enterprises. OK, nous avons dit un merci pour Continental Store, pour Garaway Enterprises, avec Luxurious Lose. Nous avons mené une cérémonie journée héritage en La Plaine, dans l'année 2024. Plus bonnet, si vous mangez, nous avons chassé c'est un grand monde qui dit, il y a des gens qui appellent l'honneur pour sport avec les autres.
All right, give it up for the Monjon Primary School doing SOTUS. Yes, again, we always welcome seeing the little ones doing their thing. So we're going to continue. This time we're going to move into the adults from this very community doing flirtation. Let's welcome on stage the La Plaine Adult Group. Yes, I. All right.
Eh ben, ça c'est au groupe adulte La Plaine en flirtation. Eh ben, aïe aïe aïe, mi roule, man, c'est ça. Vraiment, belle danse, tout le monde, belle culti, Dominique, qu'on nous a célébré 46 années en indépendance. L'année, ça là, eh ben, aujourd'hui, qu'on la coutume, tous les années, nous avons une journée héritage. Eh ben, nous, en La Plaine, qu'on nous a célébré pays nous, cadeau nous. Eh bien, si c'est naturellement, c'est des contestants pour compétition Miss World pour l'année 2024.
Contestant number 3, Jacilia Jacob representing Pebush. Participant number 4, Heidi Alec representing South City Grand Bay. Appearing in 5th position, Bianca Thomas representing Massa. She will be appearing in the 7th position. Zoraida Lewis representing Supriere. We do, of course, want to make special mention of Estacia Laville, who will be presenting at contestant number 2, representing Warner, and the Treasure Anthony, participant number 6, representing Kinfield. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage the reigning Miss WAP Duet 2023, Tanisha Paulson. Miss Wap Duet 2024. Please join us on October 23rd at the Old Mill Cultural Center at 8 p.m. and support these beautiful young ladies as they vie for the position of Miss Wap Duet 2024. Again, we have Sierra Andrew representing Monrachet, Cecilia Jacob representing Paybush, Heidi Ellick representing Grand Bay, Bianca Thomas representing Massac, Zoraida Lewis representing Soufriere. We hope to see you there. Thank you so much for this beautiful Xingping music. Please do not go too far. We'll be expecting a little bit of something in just a little bit. Monsieur Quick! Ah, what's up? Voilà. Moletan kwak sala konkana. Monsieur Quick! Same. D'après moi, il y a un nom qui est Monsieur Brumant. Mais sous-titre, c'était force de la plaine. Parce que là, c'est où moun la plaine, yon l'habitude, et puis yon pour quitter Kayo, yon pour dire tout bizarre où yon ka quitter Kayo, yon ozo. Avec Monsieur Force, pas des pièces différentes. Monsieur Quick! On a Monsieur Force qui a ozo, et pour dire tout le monde dans le voisinage là, il a ozo. Quand même, il a ozo. Il fait toute fantaisie, il va y vivre. Monsieur Quick! On a journée en passé, avec camarade Force, joindre li en bas. Il a commencé à boire. On s'est camarade Force camarade. Comment journée on passé? Il dit moi aller aux oui mais on dit moi au docteur dit moi mon cancer. On s'est camarade lui dit docteur dit on est cancer. Eh bien on l'a caboué. Force dit c'est pas commission ça là moi chez Ozo. Mais c'est quick. I love the resilience of the folks of La Plaine. Let me tell you, all you strong, we too. That's not La Plaine people strong. I remember, if you look at history, you know, it just shows the resilience of the folks of La Plaine. In the abolition of slavery, La Plaine people had to fend for themselves. And they did that for years and years and years. Right, La Plaine? Ah, mokamati den. Right, La Plaine? Ça fait comme si c'est vini movie on fait en l'histoire les hommes makamati. That's the truth. La Plaine people are very strong people, resilient people. And what I love most about La Plaine is that you are very welcoming people. Basically, you can go anywhere in La Plaine and tell them, I need somewhere to sleep, I will sleep. Right, Mr. Bob here? Today I come La Plaine for Heritage Day. You have to bathe now? You want somewhere to change your clothes now? Vale bon ki offer, mo come here. But I got many offers. And that is the thing about La Plaine people. I love, you know, the unison. They're very united as well. La Plaine people will back each other no matter what, you know. But they are very welcoming. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready for our next presentation. And this time doing Creole song. Let's welcome on stage the Grand Fond Adult Group in Creole song.
jaloux, laisse l'autre côté. Pas unis, au fond chez nous. À nous, oui, mais c'était pour payer solo. Dans mes jeux, ma petite jeu dans mes coups. À l'autre bout, fini à ça, nous fait ça, nous paie. Nous menons pays à tout va. Moi, mon chez nous, ça fait quelque chose. Ma quitte tout travail là, ma gouvernement. Dominique, vous c'est un petit pays. On tient béni, on dit tout ça, vous besoin. Nous passons jaloux, laisse l'autre côté. Pas unis, au fond chez nous. À l'université, pour payer son nom. La terre a changé tellement. Nous pas obligés d'accepter toute bagaille neuve. Ça qui mettait nous en haut, c'est pour m'empresser, ça nous lie. Dominique, fais l'unisson pour travail, Dominique, vous c'est un petit pays. On t'est béni, on dit tout ça, où vous souhaitez. Nous passons jaloux, laisse l'autre côté. Pas unis, au fond chez nous. À nous, oui, mais c'était pour payer solo. Dominique, vous c'est un petit pays. On t'est béni, on dit tout ça, où vous souhaitez. Nous passons jaloux, laisse l'autre côté. Pas unis, au fond chez nous. À nous, oui, mais c'était pour payer solo. À nous, oui, mais c'était pour payer solo. À nous, oui, mais c'était pour payer solo. 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 Oui, mais c'était.
Give it up for the Grand Fong Adult Group doing the presentation song, Creole song. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we allow for the exit of Her Excellency Sylvanie Burton, the President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mr. Burton. We do appreciate your presence here this afternoon. You may now take your seat as we continue with our program. Ladies and gentlemen, we have yet another cultural presentation. This time doing Mazouk. Let's welcome on stage the Monjon Cultural Group.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir. That was the Monchon Cultural Group doing the beautiful piece of. You all enjoy that? Yes. What you come. What you say? Come, the music. Are you shy then? Where you from? You not from Dominica? Because Dominica got no shy man. Who pass Amun Dominic? We're gonna continue. He just landed, right? He got some, sir. What is okay? I gotta test him, because he wanted to test me. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna present our next cultural aspect of this program. Our band is already on stage, so let's make him feel welcome as Mikael Farrell and his group present some shimping music.
What on back? Go on, my baby. Let's go. Let's go. Your friend, my boy, whatever your sukuya, whatever your sukuya, Mama dancer modi, whatever your sukuya, whatever your sukuya, whatever your
Yes, sir. Give it up for Mikhail Farrell and his group. Some beautiful Jinping presentation here this evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go straight into it. As we continue for our program, we're going to call on stage right about now as we present a display by Ban Move and Tet Ale.
How we looking? What? One done.
You find someone else. I'm not the one. To love you like I do. To love you like I do. Wow. I tell you all what I get in is mépris. Oui bon Dieu papa zo. Oui bon Dieu papa zo. Oh. I tell you all what I get in is mépris. Oui bon Dieu papa zo. Oui bon Dieu papa zo. What? Every day is stress. Yeah. I cannot take it, baby, next. Lord God. Wow, every day is stress. Yeah, I cannot take it, baby, next. Wow. I hope you find someone else. Someone better than me. Oh, I hope you find someone else. Oh, to love you like I do. I hope so.
My belly big, like a cushion. I never hungry. I don't worry. You make a story on my belly because it's big. Because it's big. I tell you, big belly season. Big belly season. Big belly season. I tell you, big belly season. Big belly season. Big belly season. I eating.
I hope you find someone. I hope you find someone else. Oh, to love you like I do.
Just like me.
To love you like I do.
Baby, your friend and them not sleeping in your bed. So tell me why you have them talking in your head. Baby, your friend and them not sleeping in your bed with you. Baby, I don't do nothing on your head. I hear them going yum 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 yum. Shut up all your mouth. All you can take my woman from me. Go and check your own. Hey, don't break up my home. Boom.
I hope you find someone else. Oh, I hope you find someone else. To love you like I do. To love you like I do.
Yes, baby.
Yes, I. Thank you so much, Ban Move and Tet Ale. You know, you can tell me what all you want. As much as I like that song that's saying Big Belly Season, when all you come and display that kind of sweat, that I can't work on that, I'm supposed to work on a poke up with, man. All you come in and pete sweat on Big Belly Season. That's what answer. No, you have to come prim and proper. All you come and pete sweat on Buyoden. You have to come on a lap. Poke up with. Hey, change that, eh? Ladies and gentlemen, let me just inform those of you from the beautiful community of La Plaine. I've been informed that there will be no school tomorrow. Hey, since when? Oh, so we come then. We celebrating no school. And not even the children that scream, no? Big people that scream. Messy quick. Anyways, I'll say again, there'll be no school tomorrow. The authorities have decided that there need to be some cleanup done. and therefore your children would need to remain at unless you want to bring them unclean. In fact, I think all you should bring them unclean. So, well, hey, come see, bring them unclean tomorrow and help clear up. Clean up, everybody, do your share. Yes, but indeed there'll be no school tomorrow. All right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue. As we come to a close of this beautiful cultural gala here on Heritage Day, we need to, of course, thank the many partners, contributors. And so we call on Miss Janelle Thomas, a community member, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Oh, you all enjoyed that, right? You all enjoyed it? Well, plenty more coming later. Anyway, it is with great pleasure that I stand before you today to deliver the vote of thanks for our wonderful heritage. Today has been a vibrant showcase of our diverse cultures, traditions, and values. And none of it would have been possible without the collective efforts of many. First and foremost, I would like to express a heartfelt gratitude to our Excellency Tony Bertie, who has graced us with her presence, to the Honorable Secretary for his inspiring words, and most important, congratulations to our elder, Mrs. Hilda Kinder Prosper, and the other awardees, Mr. Chosa Beaupierre, Atman Batman Coffee, and Biko Williams. A special thanks goes out to our organizing committee and the Ministry of Culture, who tirelessly had brought this event to life. Your meticulous planning, creativity, and dedication has made today a resounding success. To our performers, cultural groups, and presenters, thank you for sharing your talent and passion with us. Through your performance, we have witnessed the beauty and significance of our heritage in action. We also extend our appreciation to all the participants and attendees. Thank you for coming. Your enthusiasm and support have made this celebration truly memorable. It is through gatherings like these that we keep our traditions alive, and we're grateful to each other and to all of you for being part of this meaningful journey. Last but not least, we thank the government of Dominica, under Minister and his cabinet, who contributed in various ways to make this event possible. Your support has been invaluable. As we conclude, let us carry forward the spirit of unity in diversity that we've celebrated today, continuing to honor and protect our heritage for the future generation. Thank you very much for coming. Safe journey home. And for those who are going to enjoy the entertainment, play it safe. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Thomas. Let me do a little clarification. Like I suspect all you might not send all the children to school tomorrow. So this is only for students of the Jones Beaupierre Primary School, all right? So since all these of us they put they call Apadi Jones Beaupierre, they have to go to school tomorrow. So there's no school, only for students from the Jones Beaupierre Primary School. It's not nationwide, all right? Anyways, thank you so much again for your presence here. The entertainment aspect of it is going to continue in just a little while, a little higher, on higher ground. So be sure to stay with us. And if you are making your way home at this moment, please journey well. See you in a little bit.